Hello everyone, welcome back. Tonight we're doing a Ixalan Pack 1 Pick 1 video. I think this is the last one of these we're going to do for right now. Probably pick these up again when the next set comes out, or maybe some Iconic Masters, but tonight we're doing Ixalan Pack 1 Pick 1. Essentially what we're going to do, take a pack of Ixalan. Here we're going to open it up, we're going to lay out the contents, and we'll just talk about if we were drafting, if this was our first pack we opened, what we would take. Let's go ahead and crack this open, see if we get anything sweet out of the pack or not. Okay, so we've got Dire Fleet Hoarder, Dual Shot, Legion Conquistador, Mark of the Vampire. Try to spread these out. Got One with the Wind, Crash the Ramparts, Hijack, Pious Interdiction, Crushing Canopy, Water Trap Weaver. Okay. Our first uncommon is Elaborate Fire Cannon, Trove of Temptation, Drover of the Mighty. Our rare is Death Gorge Scavenger, and then just our land and token there. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is actually a pretty decent pack. The rare, the Death Gorge Scavenger, it's worth a few dollars. I think it's $2-3 right now, maybe $4. I might be wrong about that. But this is actually a pretty decent rare. It's a dino. I like green dinos, green-white, green-red dinos. It's pretty strong. This guy, when he comes into play, you know, you do get to exile a card from a graveyard. You can gain some life off the card if it's a creature, or you can put a 1/1 counter on, or excuse me, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn if it's a non-creature. This is a pretty good card. It allows you to, you know, sort of pop it into play, go ahead and gain a couple life points off of it, which can impact a game, especially if this swings 2 or 3 times. Or the fact that it's 3 for a 4/3 if you're attacking an Ixalan creature is fantastic. Which we also have Drover of the Mighty, an uncommon that I actually really like. A 2 for a 1/1 that allows you to add any color mana to your mana pool is very strong. But the fact that if you're playing dinos, which is very easy in green, it gets +2/+2, so you essentially have 2 for a 3/3 that also mana fixes. Very strong card. Like this card a lot. Trove of Temptation is not a card I've really been a big fan of. And draft, I don't know if this is anything you can kind of build around. I'm sure you can build around this card, but nothing I've been really thrilled with. But we have Elaborate Fire Cannon, which I have started to like a lot on going through the online drafts. It doesn't seem like a really powerful card, but just the fact that if you're not playing a really fast aggressive deck, this allows you to really, in the mid to late game, get some value out of your land cards. Or, you know, if you turn 5 or 6, you draw, you know, a Dire Fleet Hoarder. You know, this is a 2/1 for 2. Probably not as impactful on the board as being able to do 2 damage to a creature or player. So I actually have started to like this card a lot more. In the common slot, we've got Water Trap Weaver, which is a fine merfolk here. It's got a good ability, especially in more aggressive decks. Pious Interdiction, that's just a great removal card. Plus, it gives you some life as well, which is a good thing. The only other card with consideration is probably One with the Wind, but I think this card is a little bit better when you identify your more aggressive, because this allows you to take these fast, you know, merfolk cards and really send them over the top. You know, being able to get a 5/5 flyer on turn 3, or you know, if you're playing just really anything low to the ground where you need some end game, this really kind of gives you that extra bump. So. Got a lot of good actual picks here. For me, I usually kind of go towards removal as my kind of go-to, because you need good removal to interact with your opponents. But in Ixalan, this format's a lot faster, so I think that but for me the picks would be either the Death Gorge Scavenger or the Drover of the Mighty. It's kind of a tough pick because the Drover is fixing. It does get larger if you're playing a good dino deck, but if you're not able to go into dinos, if you don't have, you know, a good enough amount of dinos, you know, 6, 7, 8 dinos, and this guy's typically going to be 2 for 1/1, which does have mana fixing, which is good, but not as strong as you would like it to be, because typically you want this card to be mana fixing with a little bit of ramp, and then have itself turn into a 3/3, so that way He's mana fixing the first turn or so you have him in play, but then he gets value. Equals a 3/3. That's mid-range. That's going to be relevant most of the game. Whereas the Death Gorge Scavenger is going to be a 3-2 for 3, which is a fine body, but the fact that he pumps himself into a 4-3 really hits the curve great. If you can get a 4-3 for 3, then you're looking pretty good. This is very aggressive. The life gain again can be relevant, but typically you're going to want to be getting the +1/+1 when able. So for me, I think with this pack, if this is my pack one, pick one, I'm going to go with the Death Gorge Scavenger. I think it has a higher upside, allows you to be more aggressive, whereas the Drover the Mighty is very, very good, and I really wouldn't fault anyone for taking either one of these cards for their first pick. But I like the Death Gorge Scavenger. It's more aggressive. It's a dino right away. Plus, it does have a small financial value. I think its value is $3 or $4. It probably pays for the pack here. So yeah, I would definitely go with the Scavenger. If this was my pack one, pick one. If the Scavenger wasn't here, the Drover 100% would be my card that I would take, just because it's fixing. If you're playing dinos, it's going to have a big body, and that's just fantastic. So there you go. My pick for this pack would be the Scavenger. You guys let me know what your pick would be. Would you go for the Drover, or would you jump on Pious Interdiction just because it is a good piece of removal? Certainly feel free to share what your pick would be if you agree or disagree in the comment section. But I hope that you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed watching it. If you want to see more content, if you want to see drafts or box openings, things of that nature, certainly hit the subscribe button. I try to get a video up every day when possible. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.